The man didn't look like a ghost. He looked solid. He looked alert. And then the soldier did something that chilled Miller to the bone. He smiled. He slowly raised a finger to his lips, signaling Miller to be absolutely silent. Then, with a calm but firm motion, he gestured for Miller to get back, to stay off the trail and stay hidden. Miller didn't hesitate. He signaled his strikers to stay down, and he slipped back into the shadows. As he did, he watched the Union soldier do the same, seemingly melting into the foliage on the other side of the path. Less than 10 seconds later, the ground began to vibrate. From around the bend, the lead element of a massive North Vietnamese army platoon marched right through that intersection. Miller watched paralyzed as 70 to 80 NVA soldiers armed to the teeth with automatic rifles, machine guns, and RPGs walked past his position just 30 feet away. If Miller had stepped out onto that trail 5 seconds earlier, he and his men would have been executed on the spot. Once the enemy disappeared into the bush, Miller and his team beat feet. They didn't talk, they didn't stop. They rejoined the main patrol and finished the mission. Miller reported the enemy troop movement when they got back to base, but he told no one about the man in the blue coat. He knew they'd think he'd finally cracked under the pressure of the war. Miller kept that secret for over 50 years. He only told 2 people in his entire life. The first was his grandmother as she lay on her deathbed in the 1970s. When he finished the story, his grandmother didn't look confused. She didn't call him crazy. She just closed her eyes and smiled. She said, "You saw Old Red Tom." Miller would later find out that Red Tom was his great-great-grandfather. He was a half-black, half-Creek freeman who served as a legendary scout for the Union Army during the Civil War and later with the U.S. Cavalry. He was famous for his specific gear: 2 pistols, a Spencer rifle, and a curved Creek war club. The exact weapons Miller had seen him clutching in the middle of a jungle in 1965. It seems that even 100 years after his own war had ended, Old Red Tom was still out there, doing what he did best: scouting the trail and protecting his own. That is a story that proves sometimes the things watching us in the woods aren't always there to hurt us.